Alright everybody, this is the second video to Hey Jude, and we've already completed the verse and learned all the chords for the verse, and I went through it one time. Now we're going into the next part of the song, and a lot of the chords that we used in that first part are used again in this part, but I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of new ones you have to worry about. But let's actually go let you know where we're at. We've completed the verse. You have to play the verse twice at the beginning of the song before you come to this next part. And this next section that we're learning is the part that goes, and anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. That part right there. We're going to have some new chords for that, but we have to lead into it with a couple of different chords that we haven't played yet. And I'm just basically going to show you here. I have other sections on my website that show you how to play all the different chords and what their names are and all that kind of stuff. So we'll just go into how you actually move your fingers here, okay? So at the end of the verse, the second verse, you're going, before you go into the next part, and you make this change. So you're going, your F is the last one there, and then you're going into this next chord. What you're going to do here, these are all based off the F chord, but what you're going to do is you're going to take your first finger, and instead of barring all the way across now, you're going to pick it up and put it in the first fret of the B string. Okay? We're not going to play this fat E string this one time. You're just going to strum through this chord like this. Okay, so it's going to sound like. Okay, that's going to sound like this. So those are the chord changes that you make. So what I did is I went from the F that you're ending the verse on, then I went to this one I just showed you how to play. Put your first finger on the first fret of the B string. Don't play this thick E string, but you do play this open E. Okay, so starting at the A string, I've got third fret, second fret, first fret, open. Okay, so we strum the F, then we strum this next one, then we go to this next chord, it's an F7. You're going to go ahead and bar back across all the way, and you're also going to pick up your pinky. So what that essentially means is now you're playing the D string with your first finger because it's still barring. You got to make sure that note comes out, because that's the change here that makes a difference. So if you don't hear that one come out, then you don't hear the change in the chord. So you strum that one. So what I've got now is, starting at the thick E string, I've got first fret, third fret, first fret, second fret, first fret, and first fret. Okay? And you're going to hang out on that chord for a second. So at the end of the verse, you've got, and this is the part where it goes, and anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. Okay, I want to get you that far now. So you keep playing this F7, and anytime you feel the pain. So if you recognize this chord from the last video, this is your B flat again. And just a quick reminder, it's first fret on the A string, third fret on the D, G, and B strings, and you mute these two outside strings. Okay? So you're going to play that chord, but then you go to your next chord, and it's really not a new chord, you just got an A bass note on an A pedal. So what that means is you pick this first finger up so that you can play open on this A string. But you probably noticed me wrapping my thumb around here. That's because I don't want to accidentally play this E string. So I wrap my thumb around just to mute that E string, and now the A string is going to come out, and third fret on the D, the G, and the B. So this finger keeps doing what it was doing. So I've got open on the A, third fret, third fret, third fret. I don't play these two outside E strings. Okay, it's kind of a weird sounding chord by itself, but it sounds right in the context of the song because it's that bass note that is changing there. So again, it's going, and anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. Now this is our next chord. It's a G minor. Now you can play another G minor down here and actually make it work. But it's just, I don't really like that one a whole lot, so I'd rather you do the bar chord here. So what you're going to do, this is I think one of the new ones, you didn't have to do a G minor in the last video, so you're going to bar in the 3rd fret, okay? So that's the 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, all the way across, and you're going to take your 3rd finger and put it in the 5th fret of the A string. Okay, that's the 5th fret. You're going to take your pinky and put it in the 5th fret of the D string. Okay? And that's it. So I'm barring all the way across here. And then I've got 5th fret. Hope I wasn't saying 3rd fret on those. I'll go through the notes slowly so you got them. Okay, so basically what I've got here is on the thick E string, I've got 3rd fret with my bar finger. On the A string, I've got 5th fret with my 3rd finger. On the D string, I've got my pinky playing 5th fret. Then on the G, the B, and the E string, that's played with my bar finger in the 3rd fret, okay? So I've got 3rd, 5th, 5th, 3rd, 3rd, 3rd. Okay? So that's your G minor chord. So fitting that one in there, it's going to sound like this. Oh, sorry, down here. And anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain, don't carry. And right here on carry, you need to switch to a G minor 7. So all you have to do there is pick your pinky up, and you've got it. Now your bar finger is playing the D string as well. So the only thing it's not playing is the A string, that 5th string from the bottom. Everything else is being played with your 1st finger. And you switch to that one right on the lyric carry. So you've got anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain, don't carry. That's when you switch to the G minor 7. Okay? So let's fit that one in there. And let's see. And anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain, don't carry the world. Okay, now, I went ahead and went to our next chord. This is a C with an E pedal on it, or an E bass note. So basically, you play the C from before, if you remember that C chord. But for just a second, you let this E string ring as your bass note. So you play all 6 strings here. And you only do that for as long as you're on the lyric world. So you're going, don't carry the world upon. And if you noticed, when I sang upon, that's when I mute that thick E string there. Okay? So, you're switching, basically, just the only change you're making is muting that E string right there. Okay? So again, it's going to be, and anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain, don't carry the world upon your shoulders. And right there, on shoulders, is where you switch back to your F. Okay? Then you kind of do the same thing again that we just did. So basically, up to that point, you're just repeating yourself. Okay? So if you have trouble memorizing these chord progressions, write this down for this section of the song. Okay? So you're going from your F, which you're ending on in the verse, and then you've got these 2 changes. Let me see, what was it? You got F, and you got this one where your 1st finger, or where you're playing the E string open. Oh, sorry. There we go. And then back to the F7. So write F7 down. Then you've got B flat. Then you've got B flat with an A on bottom. Then you've got G minor. Then you've got G minor 7, where you pick your pinky up. Then you've got C with an E bass note on it. Then then a regular C, and then you start over with the F again, and you do that whole thing twice. So let me play through that whole thing slowly, and you can see what I'm talking about. So starting from the F, where we're ending our verse, and now we're switching. And anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulders. And then you do the same chord change again. And that's the end of that part. You have the part next where it says has the da 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 part, but the video is getting a little long, so I'll make another video to